Ahoy lads and ladies, my name's Hampy, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on the quest to be the best on the ranked doubles ladder. We are playing with the far away squad that you've seen in the last couple of videos. And we'll be playing for at least another week or so, and we'll see what happens with the DLC stuff coming out. I don't want to lock myself into a team for the month this month. But, we'll see how we go, eh? Because the DLC is bringing a lot of stuff, but at the same time, it might be good to give me, a couple of weeks to adjust to a new meta and find something to play with. But, see how we go. We're into the first battle of the day. And we're playing against the Sun team with the Charizard, Torkoal, Venusaur core, as well as Dusclops, but they also have a Primarina and a Diggersby, which is, Diggersby is interesting. I've been seeing a little bit of that, so, we have made a slight change to our Dusclops as well. We've gone and put, Pain Split on the Dusclops rather than Imprison. So we're going to go for that, I think, and like, is Grimmsnarl the last Pokemon? Or is Gastrodon the last Pokemon? Or is Rotom even the last Pokemon? We don't need Gastrodon. Rotom does beat those two. Stops powder moves from Venusaur. I think Grimmsnarl's our fourth as well, that we'll be able to, like, maybe parting shot into at some point, but I think Diggersby was their only physical type Pokemon as well. We're not bringing Incineroar for Intimidate purposes here. So it's Diggersby Dusclops versus our Incineroar Dusclops. So that's interesting. I kind of want to know what our opponent might be going for here. And why didn't we get a Frisk on the Diggersby? That's weird. Prevents Frisk somehow. Huge power or something. Maybe it doesn't work on... Let's make sure Intimidate works on Diggersby, hey? Yep, cool. I think we might parting shot that Diggersby. And we might even go for a Will-O-Wisp on it, Seems like a good idea. Solid idea, just a Will-O-Wisp that Diggersby. Rock Slide comes out. Incineroar avoids, which is quite handy for us. We get a parting shot off. And I think we look to go... I think we're going to look to go passive here. I think we'll bring out our Grimmsnarl. Our Dusclops flinched, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and set up a Reflect. And we'll even throw down Will-O-Wisp. So we are speed tying with that Dusclops. We saw that his Frisk went first, but then we flinched before they moved. Oh, well, they did go Trick Room, didn't they? So, yeah, Trick Room. So we don't know that just yet. But we do know that now. Well, actually, we still don't, because we were the slower. So Nightshade comes out into our Grimmsnarl. Takes a hit. Diggersby throws out rock slide, but does little to no damage to everyone. And I think it might be time to go for the horse. We want to go for the horsey here. Yeah. Could be just a straight swap out into Incineroar again. You know what? I like that better. I'm going to switch out Grimmsnarl into Incineroar. And I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Dusclops over there. I think it might be like Choice Bandit or something. So it's Nightshade into our Clops. Which that's fine. You can actually Pain Split here with his Dusclops. And maybe even go for the KO with that. Hopefully his Dusclops wins the speed tie here. Gets a Nightshade off. We Pain Split and no. Something weird happened there. He went for a Nightshade on his Diggersby. I want to say that's in shade range. And it looks like we are actually slower than that Dusclops. We've gone first every turn under Trick Room. So might not be a min speed one. But yeah. But gee, wouldn't it be unfortunate if we were winning speed ties and this is a turn we... Nope. Yep. It's looking like we should. This should KO. Yep, there we go. Down goes his Dusclops. Question is, how many turns of Trick Room are left? Like, I'd really like one more turn of Trick Room. But if I'm counting correctly, that could be it. Yep. It's a bummer, because Venusaur can come out here and maybe do some powder work. Is a problem. If he has it, of course. So that Diggersby's in Nightshade range. What I think we want to do here is Trick Room. Just taking the time. Primarina. So what do we do with that? We switch our Incineroar out into Grimmsnarl here, I think. And we go for Trick Room again. Yeah, because you can just do that next turn. Yeah, because you can just Nightshade next turn, and I can even Spirit Break the turn after. Ooh, that's handy. He's just going for an earthquake, and that's going to do very little damage to us all. Again, because this diggersby has been neutered. Like, he's just refused to switch it out, which is really strange to me. But if he doesn't want to switch it out, I'm going to just like set up, because we've still got, right, what have we got here? We've got 3 turns of reflect left, so he'll burn out before reflect. And I think we're going to set up a light screen. We might even go for the shade on the primarina. And just look to take that out nice and slowly. It is Dusclops like putting in the work here, mind you. Like Rock Slide comes out, so that will take out our now's the time to go for the horse. Do they have a Quake switch in? They do. They might have Charizard, right? I don't think you switch in Charizard into that slot. At the same time, Rockfall's the better play. We can just Rockfall that slot. We've got a screen up. And we can shade again. We've got Trick Room up too, so we should be moving first. Yep. Oh, no, we're not. That's unfortunate, but does mean we get Rock Slide up first. We get our we don't get our Speed F boost up first, but we're assault vested. I'm fairly certain it's not. We're assault vested and screens are up, light screens up, so we're in a decent spot. Gee, if we had gone for a pain split with that Dusclops, it would have been pretty nice, but at the same time, Geyser comes out, so it's going to do a fair chunk of damage to our poor horsey. Ooh, did 100 damage to our horsey, so it must not be life orbed. So light screens and assault vest putting in the work. And the Rockfall comes out, and it does, yeah. Also very little, so this primarina is bulky to the max. And foul play comes out from the diggersby, which doesn't do too much damage to us. This might KO diggersby a turn sooner than we'd like, though, because well, there we go, there's that. But if it's the Venusaur, we can just attempt to one-shot it. We see how many turns of Trick Room are left as well. Is the other thing. 2 turns of Trick Room, so like you can't protect through Trick Room. We want to Quake it, I think. At the same time, no, Rockfall wouldn't be horrible. Rockfall's probably the better pick. No, Quake will do more damage, and if it doesn't have Protect, then it's in trouble. No Protect, so this is looking pretty over. So we should be should be way slower than that Venusaur. We have all the Speed F boosts in the world here against this Primarina, so it shouldn't have. It did more damage than I thought it would, but and definitely the MVP of this game is going out to Dusclops. I think putting in a ton of work. Ooh, we didn't quite get the KO on that Venusaur there. It looks like it's Life Orb, but we are going to get we should get the KO here. We're going to play. Mudsdale's first. Cool. We're going to attack the Venusaur, and then we're gonna double the Venusaur slot. Dusclops will go first. If it doesn't have protect, great. If it does, then so this might actually just KO us though, but we have Incineroar to come in that can fake out. So that crit kind of sucked, but I think Dusclops is going to take this out here because that's the third turn of the Dynamax for this Primarina, I believe. Just went triple geysers. Yep, there we go. And we can fake out, I think, and I think the correct play is actually to Trick Room. Because if it protects, we get Trick Room up, we get free Nightshade. If it doesn't protect, yeah, there we go. So we get free Trick Room. So we are going first. So that's good for us. We should be able to just do the damage from there. So I think a Dark Lariat's going to do more damage because of we just it might be 2 Nightshades, but we should get it done. So that's one. Scald comes out into the Incineroar slot. That might just KO us. It will, but it's not gonna. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to survive our mummy. So the Dusclops putting in work this game, putting in a lot of work. This was definitely a death by 1,000 cuts kind of game, but we did end up. I think we got. Did we get 2 with the? No, we didn't end up getting 2 KOs with the Mudsdale. We did what we had to win. We sort of neutered the Diggersby, and then they just refused to switch it out. I think was a big problem of theirs, because it was burned, but it was also like -3 or something by the end of it. So we'll keep going here, and we definitely witnessed the power of Dusclops there, and what it can do for the team. Like you're gonna get against the other Dusclops. Once we KO'd their Dusclops, our Dusclops did just sort of own the, he didn't really have an answer to it, was his major problem. And we're against yet another Sun team, this time with Milotic. I don't like that. This time with Milotic and Snorlax and Mimikyu. Because that means my go-to lead for this is Torkoal Venusaur is what you have to respect. So like the go-to lead. What it could be, I think, is like Gastrodon. I think Gastrodon and Dusclops look strong because he doesn't actually have a way to stop Trick Room outside of Mimikyu reversing it either. That's another thing. Gastrodon Dusclops looks pretty good here. I want Rotomo, kinda, but as a cheeky switch in for a sweep, but at the same time we can just protect. I think we're gonna go Mudsdale and Grimmsnarl. if they lead the Venusaur, we might be in some trouble. Because like the obvious play for this Venusaur would be like, you know, if he thinks I'm going to Trick Room, is to like try and put me to sleep with the Dusclops. It's just Torkoal Charizard. So this is actually a pretty solid lead for us. In the end. So I think I'm not sure if we want a Trick Room or not. I just think Nightshading and Earth Powering the Torkoal, like I think just doubling the Torkoal slot. Actually, we have seen what kind of damage this does to Gastrodon, haven't we? I think just it might even be just to like straight up protect from Gastrodon's probably the better play. And yeah, I still think Nightshade into Torkoal's the right play, and protect Gastrodon. There we go. Yeah, protect the Torkoal. Protect the Torkoal because the Solar Beam's coming out. Protect the Gastrodon because the Solar Beam's coming out, and we go for the Nightshade into the Torkoal slot. And the Torkoal's gone for a yawn into the Gastrodon slot too. Fair enough, we say. Solar Power comes out. So I think another Nightshade, and I think just another like a Recover might be a good play because we got the Rindo Berry. But at the same time, if we want to KO the Torkoal, now would be the time. Because we can get like a Nightshade, we can attack it twice before it, and like Charizard's Solar Beam won't KO us. A Max Overgrow might, but our saving grace is we have Rindo Berry, but in the sun, we don't know if it's Life Orb boosted or not. Goes for the Wildfire into the Clop slot. Whoa, that does a lot of damage to us. We fire off an Earth Power into the Torkoal slot, and it gets the KO. Dang. Go Gastrodon. Shade comes out, and that's going to... Solar Power is going to do this damage, and then we're going to take some fire damage here. Is that enough to KO us? It isn't. So... we also didn't lose our Rindo Berry there, so that's pretty good. The Venusaur comes down now. I think we do go for the Trick Room here, and we go for a Protect on our Gastrodon, and probably just waiting a turn for for this. Yeah, I was gonna say just waiting a turn for this Dusclops to get KO'd. Like really, Trick Room last turn would have been much more better, but Overgrowth comes out. We eat the Rindo Berry. Fire's done a lot of damage to us. So Grimmsnarl can set up the light screen, but Grimmsnarl is probably just going to get straight up KO'd by this Venusaur again. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Charizard in the sun, definitely no joke. So Sludge Bomb comes down and does about half our health. Hopefully Charizard targeted the Gastrodon. Yeah, it did. So we can get our Mudsdale out. And down goes the... so the obvious issue is Sleep Powder. Solar Power comes out. We take some more fire damage. I think there's one more turn of that. And I think this Venusaur is also at full health, so that's a problem. Alright. It might even be worth swaggering the Venusaur. Try and prevent it from sleep powdering. So we can KO it with something, with like a high horsepower, with a Max Quake. I think that's our best bet. We kind of want to change the weather, but yeah, we're just throwing more odds at that Venusaur essentially, because you know it could be wide lens. If it's Focus Sash, we're probably in some trouble anyway, but it could be wide lens. Which, if it's wide lens, like the Sleep Powder will miss anyway, but hurts itself in confusion. So we have a. But this is still gonna hurt. I reckon. This will still hurt a little bit. Yep. Just under 100 damage, I suppose. Ah, not enough. Not enough. I don't think the Rockfall would have been enough either, but the Solar Power comes down, the Venusaur gets a little bit more health back, so it's not going to KO itself from confusion again. Definitely not targeting Grimmsnarl. I think there's one more turn of yeah, one more turn of Harsh Sunlight. KO Torkoal. There's not much more we can do but swagger our... we can swagger that Charizard, I suppose. But I was going to say, I think there's not much more we can do but swagger our Mudsdale. Go for... I was going to say, go for... I think we're going to go for a Rockfall this time. Into the Venusaur slot. Hope that the Venusaur gets confused and... because if... that's a shame. Oh, it has gone for the Sludge Bomb. It hasn't gone for the Sleep Powder. That's very handy for us. So we'll take another Charizard Solar Beam. Heat Wave comes out. Ooh, we should take that okay. Yep. Rockfall comes down into the Venusaur slot. So we get some... we still might be okay here. We've got another turn of Dynamax. We see what the last Pokemon is, and we'll have a look. We've KO'd the Torkoal. We have our giant Horsey, who is at +2. It's something... it's the Milotic. The Milotic. I was going to say, hopefully it's something we can Max Quake. I'm thinking a Max Quake might be the best bet into this Milotic here. Same time getting rid of the Charizard. No, the Max Quake's going to be the best bet, but it's probably a coil melodic set, and we will be slower, I reckon. Ooh, just going for the attack. So we go for the Max Quake. Oh! We take it out! Is that a crit? No crit? That Milo just must be an aggressive Milo. No crits. And it's looking like we might win this one, guys. After being a little worried. It's looking like we're going to come out on top here. Like, worst case. So what are we going to do? We've got to hit a rock slide. That's all we got to do. Come on, Munstown. Air slash. Yeah, we've got to hit a rock slide through a flinch. But that's not doing. Yeah, that's not doing much at all. There we go. That should do it. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race, guys. I still think like there was maybe one turn there where we sort of, if we had gone Trick Room with our Dusclops instead of a Nightshade, if we had a, but I didn't think our Gastrodon would KO the Torkoal. That was like, I thought Gastrodon wouldn't KO Torkoal. That was the thing there. Other than that, we obviously did something right because we played it out. Like my opponent, I'm not sure if they had like, surely, if they, let's see if they, nope, they don't let us see the team, because I was playing very scared of sleep. Like, his win condition was putting Mudstow to sleep, and he had two Pokemon that had the possibility to do it, and neither of them even attempted to do it, which to me just didn't make sense. But again, we take those. You take the W, and you move on. So guys, I'll thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video.